This is everything Mojang has added to Minecraft in 2025. What's cracking, gamers? My name is Barlex, and thanks for checking out this video. If you are anything like me, the amount of snapshots Mojang has thrown at us so far this year is so full of content, it's hard to keep up. Today, we're making it simple by compiling every single snapshot so far this year into one video. No matter how you play Minecraft, there's something here for you, so stick around until the end of the video. Let's kick things off with snapshot 25W02A, which dropped January 8th, 2025. This update brought several cool features that really improved the game, but first, look at this. We're talking about falling leaves particles. No, we are not in modded Minecraft. It's actually here, and it looks fantastic. I love subtle touches, I love subtle ambiance, and it is absolutely fantastic. Now let's talk about pigs. We got pig variants, that's right. Now, if you are in the warmer biomes, like the jungles, the savannas, and the deserts, we're gonna get these little piggies. This is a warm pig. If you are in a temperate biome, like a regular forest, yes, you're gonna see some more falling leaves right here, and pigs are back to how you remember them. These are just the basic pig variants. Now, in colder biomes like the taiga, this is the cold pig variant. You can even look, it looks like they've got fur on them, and it's got an extra little layer of texturing. I am a huge fan of this variant of pig. Now, if you see what's on the ground, it's a special little item, and if you break it, it goes away, but this is leaf litter. So we have the falling leaves added, and now we have leaf litter on the ground, which you can compile up, and dude, it makes this look so much more full. I really don't feel like I'm playing vanilla Minecraft right now in the best way possible. And another really subtle thing is you can look over here, these leaves are darker and these leaves are brighter, and I know that that's kind of expected of like, oh, these should correspond with what type of leaf they're falling off, but again, I love this touch. You can choose how thick or how thin they are. If you just want to sparsely dot things, and it looks to be directional as well, but then if you want to fill things up, so it lets you completely customize how you want to address or how you want to coat whatever surface you're putting this leaf litter on. And here we are with another new addition just from this first snapshot. We have wildflowers. That's right, we have wildflowers, and just like the leaf litter, check this out. I never really plant flowers in Minecraft, and that's because they're just so big, but these wildflowers, they're small. You can customize how many of them there are, and this is going to add so much more customization to building, and I am thrilled to be able to have this as part of my builds. Moving on, let's talk about this next snapshot, 25W05A, which came out January 29th, 2025. This brought even more updates to the mobs and environments, so let's check them out. Alright, so let's take this cow spawn egg, just plop it right here. Hey, regular cow. Let's go over here into the savannah. Whoa! Look at this guy. That's right, cow variants are now added. This guy's got horns, completely different texture, and I am such a fan of adding variants. One of my biggest gripes with Minecraft is like, I want to see more variants. I want to see variants in the zombies and see them carry different things, but I never really thought about livestock in this way, and I am such a fan. Another cool thing with any of this is if you get two different cows, or two different of any of the mob variants, their baby will be randomly selected between the two. So if we have another one of these, there's a chance that this one could come out as a warm cow variant. Yeah, see? So it's a completely random thing happening. And that means that if you take one of these from a warm biome, bring it to wherever you're living, you're gonna be able to hopefully breed some more of these warm variants without having to go there. So it incentivizes exploration, and then you could just make a farm full of whatever type of cow you want, or a mixture of them. But a warm cow is not the only cow variant. That's right, we are back in the taiga, and I didn't even have to spawn them. Look at these guys. These guys are majestic. These guys, just like the pigs, they have extra fur on them, These guys have udders hanging down like nobody's business, and they look so awesome. And you can see the horns look different. I am such a big fan of the different coloring of the hair coming down on the face. It adds a lot more of a feeling like, okay, maybe I am in a colder biome because the animals around me have different coats of fur. So I've moved us along. We are now in the swamp. And what is this? This is a new type of plant. And you can see it kind of twinkling. This is the Firefly bush. This is kind of... I guess it's a way to appease Minecraft fans of, okay, well, you're not getting fireflies, but we're going to have fireflies living around a specific bush. So if I do this, and it becomes nighttime, whoa, look at this. I'm starting to see fireflies coming around. So this firefly bush, it adds glowing firefly particles at night, and this is perfect for creating ambiance. So look at all of these fireflies. And then if you walk away, you don't see them as much. And it's very subtle, so I'm going to turn up the volume, but listen very closely. As someone that has grown up in the outdoors and has been around fireflies a lot, this is pretty sweet. I wish we would have gotten them in the way that they were originally intended, but honestly, I don't hate this. I think being able to take a firefly bush and then just plant it, being able to fill wherever you want with a lot of fireflies, I think that is awesome. Oh yeah. So you can set how many fireflies you want by planting multiple bushes. And dude, I am such a fan of this. But say, hey, like, I don't want to plant more firefly bushes. Like, I don't want to mine this up. Well, we have a solution for you. If you simply bone meal, look at that. You just get more firefly bushes. So you don't need to pick them up and plant them. You just need to hit bone meal on them. And then more firefly bushes, more firefly particles, more of this firefly noise ambience that you're hearing. So as long as you just keep bone mealing, you're just going to get more and more and more. And your entire area is going to be filled with firefly particles. Personally, I don't think I'll be planting this many firefly bushes in one area, but the possibilities are endless with this. And then if you look, whenever the time is set today, they slowly dissipate. And now they're gone. And so they come out at night, but these bushes during the day still twinkle because the fireflies, you know, according to Mojang's logic, live inside the bush and come out at night. So we're flying through the plains, and what's this? This isn't tall grass. You are absolutely right. This is the bush block. So these are a new addition to forests and plains, and if you bone meal them just like the firefly bush, you're going to get more of them. And again, any more kind of ambiance, any more kind of world building, anything to make the game feel more lived in, I'm a big fan of. And these bushes, they're subtle. They're not going to have a ton of uses, but they're going to make the world feel a little bit less repetitive. And for that, I am really, really grateful for them. They're also compostable. So you can do just the same thing that you want to do with the bush as you want to do with tall grass, but it just adds a little bit of difference. And again, I like how it's just that subtle difference in color to add a little bit more darkness to it. You know, you have them placed about, and it just gives it a tiny bit more of a lived-in feel. Another fantastic addition. Now I'm walking through the desert. You hear that? Yeah. That's right. There's some ambient sounds in the desert and in the Badlands. We're just going to take a moment to stop and listen. Now we are back in the desert, and listen to this. Very, very big fan of ambient sounds. And if you look behind me, you see a little somebody. A little somebody that's walking. That's right, folks. Just like the cows and the pigs, we now, in this snapshot, 25W06A, which dropped on February 5th of this year, chicken variants. So just like pigs and cows, we've got them. And dude, I'm starting to feel real good if I was a farmer right now. I was like, my farm's gonna look really cool. And another neat thing, I'm gonna spawn some, and we're just gonna wait for one of them to lay an egg, because there's something new here too. Alright, there you have it. You notice something a little off about this? A brown egg. Warm chickens now lay brown eggs. Now look at this. The cold weather chicken. This is a weird looking fella. This guy, he just looks weird. I don't hate him. I don't hate the way they look, but I mean, oh my gosh. I know that these are based off of real chickens. I never thought that I would see the day to have a Theo Vaughn looking chicken. I mean, look at this guy. He's got the mullet. He's got the little soul patch and goatee. Oh my goodness. And in case you were wondering, look what type of egg these cold chickens drop. They drop blue eggs. Look at that. And just like the rest of our mob variants, whenever you enter a temperate biome like this forest here, chickens remain unchanged. So all of these base mobs, they are just becoming the regular type of chickens. And so the regular type of cows or the regular type of pigs. And just like that though, eggs, they're still your regular eggs. Now let's just do a side-by-side. So this reminds me of back in 2017, Minecraft released the World of Color update, and it added so many different vibrant colors, completely changed the color palette. It feels like this update, that's what they're doing with the mobs, with the eggs, and with some other things that we haven't seen yet. So let's go ahead and keep moving on with 25W06A. So I pointed this out a little bit earlier, but this is actually an update that came with 25W06A. It's the ambient sounds that come from all of these firefly bushes. So I'm going to set it tonight, and we're going to listen to it one more time. So these sounds right here that you're listening to, obviously because I have a ton of firefly bushes, it's a little bit louder, but this comes from this specific snapshot, so I didn't want to lead you astray on that. We're looking at sheep, and we're probably like, man, sheep are the final mob, at least a farm animal type mob that has not gotten an update. Well, you're in luck, because Snapshot 25W07A, which came out on February 13th of this year, did just that. So just walking through all these sheeps that I spawned, you will notice one trend mainly, and that is, holy cow, there are so many brown sheep. And that is one of the changes. In warmer biomes, brown sheep are going to be the most common. Now back to our trusty taiga, and you'll see the difference is a lot more severe. In colder climates, black sheep are going to be extremely common. Whereas in the warmer biomes, you saw brown with a mixture of others. Let's just keep spawning and see what we get. So we get a couple more, but as you can see, the overwhelming majority, it's all black sheep here. Now I'm going to walk into this village with some emeralds in my hand because there's some new updates to 2 different villagers that I want you to check out. Now look at this, we have found ourselves a cartographer. Now if you look at him, we are going to just absolutely spam this guy to level him up. So as you can see right here, there is a new trade, and this trade leads to the Plains Village. Now there's new trades for different types of structures, but the main thing is it's exciting to see that you can have a map to different villages across the world. Now let's take a look at this wandering trader right here. He has lots of trades. Lots of trades. But one interesting thing, I was only able to sell 2 water bottles to him, and now he's not going to buy anything else from me. So his main thing now is he's wanting to sell you stuff. You don't get to sell as many things back to him. See, I was able to do 4 trades of buying oak logs, only 2 trades of selling something to him. Now check this out. Variations to wolves are not new, but this is. You hear that? There's different sounds to these wolves. Each wolf now has a chance of getting 1 of 7 different personalities. And each personality has unique barks, unique growls, and other sounds. So now, every single wolf that you find is going to be different. And they're going to act different, too. See, this guy seems a lot more friendly. These guys, I don't think this guy cares very much for me. Now, you've probably seen me spawning animals, and you've been looking down at my hotbar, and you're like, Barlex, something looks different, and you are absolutely right. What I have in my hand right now, holy cow. Spawn eggs are comprehensive, and they make sense. I didn't ask for this. I didn't know that I wanted this, and I especially didn't know that I needed this. This is such a fantastic change, and dude, I am pumped. Every single spawn egg now looks exactly like the animal that you are going to spawn, or the mob that you're going to spawn. And it makes things make so much more sense. I mean, even the villager and the zombie villager, zombified piglin versus a regular piglin, you can look at the spawn egg and it makes sense. If you tried to look through a spawn egg menu on creative before, you know that it was awful and you just had to hit the search bar. This makes everything make so much more sense. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and holding it in your hand just makes it, I can scroll through and just intuitively know. And it also just feels nice. I like this change. I like the customization. I like the colors and the textures. It's really, really nice. It's small, but all of these different small things are adding up to be one huge set of features that completely changes the game. I mean, if you were to tell me that we would have, all these tiny changes, just one thing by itself. Okay, leaves falling. That's pretty nice. Okay, wolves have different personalities. Whoa, that's big. Spawn eggs completely changed. You're starting to blow my mind here. You put it all in one update, and you also remember, we are only 2 months into a year, very shortly following Mojang saying they're going back to a drop system instead of focusing on just single-themed updates. I'm really starting to think that the productivity and the output from Mojang, it's higher quality, but also higher quantity, and that makes me very excited. Now, next to these foxes, you're going to see something right here. If you play Bedrock, this is nothing new to you. But if you play Java, this is really, really neat. We now have fallen trees, and that's thanks to snapshot 25W09A, which released on February 26th, just yesterday. So this came out yesterday at the time of posting this video, and man, it looks so nice. It looks awesome. And what I like so much about it is this is going to add new ways to get different things. So at this fallen tree, you have a mushroom on top of it. This one, it's a little bit smaller, but look at this. We have vines, and 2 of them at that. This means that if you find a fallen tree with vines on it, you may not have to look for a swamp or a jungle. Just grab yourself some shears and start growing. We can have vines from the early game, and you can have them at any part of the world. And I love using vines on my builds. This is a huge deal for me. Over here, we have 2 very close to one another. These aren't very common, so it's cool to see them close to one another. But these both have vines, and this one has a brown mushroom on it. Then you also have birch, and there's one more type of tree that you can find fallen down. I was honestly worried I was not going to find it, but look, we have now fallen trees in oak, birch, jungle, and spruce. And what I really like about it is just it adds more lived-in nature. I'm like, okay, trees can fall down. And I know that they can't fall down in Minecraft, but it's cool that they add ambiance, you know? It's not like leaves are actually falling, because you don't see them on the ground, but what you do see is you see particles of leaves falling, and then a separate block of leaf litter. This is a good way of Minecraft to add things without adding things that would take a lot of technical beefiness. So people that play on less capable PCs or older consoles or mobile phones, they're not going to have their devices overloaded, but they're still going to get that ambient feel. Going to this old growth birch biome, we see wildflowers, and look, we see fallen trees, and in the birch, as for birch trees, you can have long, like this, and short birch tree variants, like the one I showed before. So the birch has even more variation, and dude, the old growth with the wildflowers, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. But holy smokes, look at that. We found ourselves a pink sheep. Okay, we just found a pink sheep just chilling here. That means that you should definitely like and comment, because pink sheeps bring good luck. Fallen trees also can't spawn in meadows. I know that there is a fallen tree right next to it, but this right here, this meadow, although it's very small, no fallen trees can spawn in it, and no fallen trees can spawn in a bamboo jungle. Now, before 25W09A, these leaf litter blocks, they were very stubborn, and if you wanted to place something, you couldn't do what you can, you know, with grass and just place something on top of it. You would have to break it, then place something. But now, in 25W09A, they act the same, which is an appreciated fix, because, you know, if I had to do this every single time I wanted to replace with wildflowers, that would get annoying very quickly. If you're in creative, you're going to break blocks. Nobody wants to just get angry at the game. This is a great fix. Before we wrap up, one thing I completely forgot to mention. This is a camel. We all know what camels are, but these sets of snapshots let camels spawn naturally in deserts instead of just being at villages. So you're going to see camels walking around a little bit more in your worlds. Now, forgive me for not finding this naturally, but I did want to point this out. As we can see right here, number one, holy cow, this leaf litter looks awesome in this biome. But number two, check this out. Firefly bushes now no longer just spawn in swamps. They can spawn near water in the Badlands. And I'm seeing one now. Look, check this out. It only makes sense, so they added it. Firefly bushes now can spawn near water in mangrove swamps. Finally, we saw some technical changes, like the update to Datapack version 69 and improvements to SNBT syntax, which this all just goes to help developers debug and customize the game even further, and I really think that goes to support my earlier point of, this just seems like a World of Color 2.0. We already have the colorful blocks, we already have a ton of blocks, so they're not going to add a bunch of new things, but there's updates to mobs, there's updates to spawn eggs, there's things to make the game feel more lived in, and now with this change, there's stuff to make developers customize the game even further. I think there's a lot to be said about what this update is going to turn out to be. And finally, today, February 27th, they just added snapshot 25W09B, and all it does is it balances out some frequencies, fixes some bugs, you know, the typical stuff. Now, there are some additional things that are considered experimental. There are some redstone changes, there's some trading changes, but there's my personal favorite. I have seen this on Twitter, I've seen it on YouTube, I've seen it on Instagram. I am bringing this to you, not so much as to inform you, but so that I can try this for myself, because holy cow, it looks so funny. So, minecarts are obviously not very widely used. There is now a command where you can do game rule minecart max speed. By default, it's set to 8. You can now set it to 1,000. And what that does is the following. Say that I have this say that I have a villager, fairly innocuous. He's gonna start going. Oh my gosh. And so he's just going. And he's up there in speed. Oh my god, he's still going fast. And then I'm gonna do this. Oh! Oh my god. Is he okay? Oh my god, no, he's still going. He's still going. Oh my god. He just stopped. He stopped going because I couldn't render him. Oh no. Oh, land and water. Oh, he's okay. Oh no, he's drowning. Oh, he is just drowning. Hey, buddy. Sorry about that. Oh my god. Okay. This sparks a level of curiosity in me. I want to see what happens when our fearless leader hits land. Alright, so here we go. We've made it a little bit taller. We're gonna launch him. Do not interfere with this. Don't you dare interfere with this. Look, don't judge me for this. Oh! Where did he go? Where did he? Oh, it's the same thing. He's just gonna keep going because he can't render. Oh god. Where did he go? Where did he go? Okay, I'm just gonna get down to ground level and see if I find a minecart that lands. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's no trace. He just... That's where he went. He went to the great beyond. There's gonna be no finding him. Like, that first one, okay, I had, I had him going straight, so he just kind of flew straight for a bit and fell. That guy, he went to the great beyond. There's gonna be, like, I could spend the next 2 hours and not find that guy. He's just gonna be, yeah. You have now seen everything Mojang has added to Minecraft in 2025. I wanted to make this video because I love following snapshots, but so much has been added that I feel like one comprehensive video would be helpful for others because I was desperately looking for one of these. So, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, please like and comment, tell me what you want to see more of, and subscribe to stick around and stay up to date on some of my future uploads. I've got something else coming in the works that I'm very excited to show you, so thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, y'all take care.